The Business Directory module is a handy tool in your Community Links section of your website. Community Links can be found under Help and Guidance, Community Links. Right now, all of those pages are hidden, but once you have added content and would like to make those pages live, you would go to your sitemap, Manage Sitemap in the left menu, and you can unhide any of those pages. For now, we will look at this local churches page. With the Business Directory module, there is a header. This paragraph here is contained within the header. There is also a footer with no content in it at this point, but you can edit footer at any time. And to edit the header, you would simply click on Edit Header, and it will open up a WYSIWYG editor to change any of the content here. To add the business listings, click on Edit Content. What opens is the Business Directory control panel. Right now there are no local churches listed, but from this control panel you can add one at any time. Click on New. The editor opens and you can add the business name. So we will say St. George's Cathedral. You can go in and change the status, meaning the visibility of this particular listing on the page if you want to hide it at any time. The category section you don't really have to worry about. This is more for if you have just one community links page and there are a number of different types of services that are listed. So you might have your hotels, restaurants, and flower shops, for example, all on one page. And you can use the category option to list the different businesses or churches, for example, underneath a particular heading. You would just click on the drop down and find the heading that you would like to use. If the heading that you need is not there, then just scroll back, make sure that that space is blank, and then add your own one in the field below. For this church listing, what's a good idea is that you can add the address, add your city, and your postal or zip code, the province and state. It will automatically apply the country. And then you can put the phone number in there and any other information. If the business, or the church in this case, has a website address, it's always a good idea to add that content to there. There are many fields contained within the Business Directory listing. Whichever ones are left blank will simply not appear at all on your website. There's contact person, there's a description for search results. You can also put directions from your funeral firm. There's also a more info section if this is something that you want to add. In most cases for the Business Directory, you just want to put the main contact information for online visitors as a valuable resource. Once you've added the information, click on Save on the top right. This takes you back to the control panel where you will see the new listing that has been added. You can go in here at any time to edit the content by just clicking on the Edit button. Just highlight the listing that you would like to edit. You can also delete a listing at any time. Just click on it to highlight and then click on Delete. By default, the Business Directory module will list all of the items alphabetically. If the different businesses or organizations are located in different communities, the communities would then be alphabetized on the page with the corresponding listings alphabetized underneath. If you do not want the default listing, then you can click on Edit Settings. The Business Directory settings, the first option is Inherit Database. This allows you to use the data from an existing business directory. This will appear with the same name used for the menu item. You cannot add or remove entries if you've inherited the directory. Most cases you won't need to use that. The listing type though, list by location, a manual sort, list by location alphabetically, list by province or state, list by category, or list alphabetically. Choose whichever one you would prefer. There are no categories listed here, but if there were, you could click on that drop down to list according to the categories. You have the ability to be able to define which municipality appears first. Once you've made any changes to this, click on Close. When the page opens, you'll notice your header there. Also, it's defined by Ontario, so this has been sorted by province or state. And the listing that we've added is visible here. Use the Business Directory settings to have them display on the page exactly the way you would like.